Hey, this is Jack Downs. Welcome to week 5. In addition to the welcome video you already have, let me update you a little bit or give you some reminders or kind of set the stage as we're really into the meat of the course by now. First of all, I want to let you know that this is not an easy course, but it's meant to be lots of reasonable sized building blocks, which you should be assuming you have work to do all the time, like every day or nearly every day to stay up, but none of it should be that giant of a lift. Unless you get behind those building blocks start to pile up, and then it could be a giant lift, in which case you better get to it right away. I will tell you that the pace of this course will not be slowing for some time, so you're getting a feeling what it's like now. If you do far behind, if you are behind, you are in danger of not passing this course. I probably have made notifications to you of concern. Make sure if that is the case, or even if it's not the case, even if you feel like, yeah, you're not quite sure where you are in the course, or you have a question about an assignment, please, you got to get in touch with me. You got to come meet with me, or on Zoom if it must be, one or the other, in person or Zoom. I have regularly scheduled times where I send notices out. Also, just email me and we'll set up a time and we can get together. And I really encourage you to think about working in a lab too. That can help you get organized. I want to warn you about something in particular this week. You have an Images 2 assignment. It is by far the most organizationally complex assignment we have so far. You should plan extra time, and it is worth like 2 assignments. It's essentially double a normal assignment's worth in the grading. Do notice that I leave feedback on almost every assignment, and that you need to see what you did wrong so you don't repeat those errors, because that's a disappointment. You're making the same errors over and over again because you didn't notice the feedback or didn't really internalize it. Then you will get knocked down a few points here and there. Remember that this is especially important with the resume. The resume, first of all, just to remind you, you have to finish the completed resume project in this class to pass the course. Also, it will become a bigger and bigger project, and it will build as it goes. I give usually quite extensive feedback about the resume. First of all, you need to look at that feedback and really work with it. If you're ever not sure what it is, what I'm saying, how to apply it or something, you need to get in touch with me. We need to talk about it. And then if it happens that you ignore the feedback or you don't use the feedback when you move on to the next resume stage, that can result in a big deduction. In fact, that deduction is going to be increasing. So I'm telling you, use that feedback I give you as you move along in the resume. And speaking of penalties, I'm afraid, I've been very lenient to this point in late penalties and deadline penalties, but that's going to be changing. We've gotten past those strange introductory weeks of this semester. I know it's still a weird semester, but now you really are in the course. You really got to get stuff in on time. And I will be using the penalties, which are elaborated in the syllabus, much more. I'm actually going to be applying those much more often now. I've been actually not applying them much at all to this point. So if you miss a deadline, it's 10 points. If the deadline is still missed with 2 days go by, that would be more than 2 days late. You get another 10 points off, and then if it's more than 4 days late, you get another 10 points off, and if it's more than a week late, you get a 0. Now, if it happens, like let's say you get a 0 on some assignments, you may still need to complete them, because you may need, for instance, in the resume, you may need that information to continue on with the next stage. So that can be disappointing too, essentially completing an exercise for 0 points, or potentially 0 points. Okay, I know it's kind of not fun news, but just please let you know this. It really is a course that you really have to do on your own. And like I said in the very beginning, you gotta really commit to the material. You gotta commit to the reading. You gotta commit to working through the videos and the handouts, to really trying things over and over again. You gotta commit to really trying it hard yourself, and then commit to, if you just don't get it, you hit your head against a wall over and over, don't do it over and over. Then you need to commit to getting in touch with me and getting the help to get you going the right way so you can get back on track. So I hope that you this message finds you well, and hopefully it's not meant to discourage you, it's meant to energize you to say, okay, it's time to really get with it in this course.